2,000 years after the departure of Jesus Christ, the prophets are back to teach the real Jews, the 12 tribes of Israel, their true nationality. This is their campaign.
You got a question?
Yeah, he has a question. He's from Italy.
Why Cesare Borgia?
Excuse me?
Why Cesare Borgia?
Who's this man?
He was asking why
Jesus
Cesare
Christ.
Borgia.
So, that's
He knows about him.
I know
don't be afraid.
No,
We're not gonna fight you.
I can't believe
You said this is who? No, but what did you say before this?
It was like God said.
You said he was what?
from Florence, from Italy.
Right, but you said he was somebody.
Yes. Pope.
Okay, you said that was Jesus Christ a second ago.
No, this is Jesus Christ. This is Cesare Borgia.
But where did this image come from?
Got to get in position to get
Right.
the earpins, man.
His family paid Michelangelo to paint him in the image of Christ. That's where the white images of Jesus Christ came from. During that time period, over 50 million copies of these things went out. Of this man. This is why when you see any movies about Christ, when you see anything that portrayed as your people, because you guys get that in 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. Because you guys took our book and you want the Bible, our book, the Israelites book. You see these 12 tribes? We are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of. We are the real people of the book. Yeah, I can prove it to you too. And I can prove that your people, the so-called nation of Edom, are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Read that in 1 Maccabees 3 and 48.
First Maccabees
But I'm
chapter
gonna
3
prove to you what your people did to our records.
and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
So your people went, they laid open the book of the law, which is our Bible, right? Read.
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
You see that? You guys are the heathen, according to the Bible.
You guys who live?
The nation of Edom, that's where you come from. That's where you come from. Read that.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So what Cesare Borgia did was nothing new. They went in, they painted the likeness of their images, and now we have a white Jesus Christ. Revelations 1 and 14. Because Christ's description is described in the Bible. Right. Everybody's description is described in the Bible. When you read the Bible says that the real Jews are black.
That's right. Okay, but my question. I'm not Christian, but I like Jesus Christ. But it's more important. The color of Jesus Christ is the message of Jesus Christ.
You said the color of Jesus Christ is
What
the
is
message?
important? What's more important, the message?
John 8 and 32. We're going to find out. Let's see what Christ said. You believe in Christ, right? Okay. So you're not Christian. Okay.
John 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So Christ said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth would make us free, right? Because us growing up, the black community, the Hispanic community, the Native American community, we grew up, we never was taught these things. We were taught that Jesus Christ looked like you. That's what we was taught. So when our people walk up and down these streets, we look at you as Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's why you're safer in our communities than we are in our own communities.
Right.
Because if we touch you, we get more penalties than if we touch each other.
Right.
They don't mind us killing each other. That's the mission at hand. Right? But you're safe in our communities. Our own brothers and sisters are going to rob us before they rob you. You see that? That's the destruction that your people have caused to our people. Revelations 1:14.
Revelations 1 verse 14. Revelations 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So, we can do a comparison. Because this is the depiction that we get from the Bible. And this is what the so-called white man painted. So, we're going to see which one is right according to the Bible.
But this is no Leonardo da Vinci.
Excuse me?
This is no Leonardo da Vinci. This is in Rome, in
Right.
no Leonardo da Vinci.
Who said this was Leonardo da Vinci?
I say this is the stuff of Leonardo
They
da Vinci.
all of them made different paintings of who Jesus Christ was, so it doesn't matter whether it was one or the other.
But what I'm saying is,
Okay, let this come out first, because the point is, what we're proving is that Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
So regardless of who painted it, where it came from, the image is there, right? I don't care if a little China baby created it. It's still a white image of Jesus Christ floating in the earth. That's lies that's being taught to us.
Yes.
Son of God movies, they paint Jesus Christ as a white man.
But
Noah's Ark, Noah's a white
I
man,
guess
right?
at that time,
Read that.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So the first thing, the Bible says that his head and his hairs were white like wool. This man does not have white woolly hair. Bring it out. Read.
as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So the prophecy was that the Messiah would have eyes as a flame of fire. His eyes are not as flame as a fire because Christ drank wine. And what happens when you drink wine? Right. You understand that? Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
You see that? His feet was like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Brass?
Yeah.
Brown?
Brown, right? So we can already understand that he was a brown man. Let's see how brown he was.
But yeah,
as if they burned in a furnace.
You see that? As if they burned in a furnace. So Christ was a very black man. So where did they possibly get this from?
I have an explanation. Maybe in Italy, Michelangelo needs money at the time. So,
but listen, even when you go to,
I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay you if you picture in this, you know.
But what's being sis?
Yeah, it's a commission.
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, my English is not that good.
Are these your daughters? Okay, bring your daughters up for me. I'm gonna tell you what it does, right? Sis, who's this man right here? She's a little bit older. Come on. Come here. Who's this man right here? You see that? You see that? The young ones believe that this is God.
Right. No, Jesus Christ.
What did she just say?
Okay, God.
Jesus Christ, God. That's in her mind. She believes one and the same, that this is her Messiah. She believes that this man is the one that's going to come save her. That's not true according to the Bible. That's not true. That's what we are explaining. And your ancestors, your people are the ones who did this. Because in Europe, we actually ruled Europe for 1,000 years. If you heard of the Moors, anything like that, we ruled Europe. We ruled Europe until the so-called white man came back into power because of the Israelite sins. That's why we are at the bottom right now. Because the prophecy is that when Christ comes back, we are going back into rulership. Your people are going back into a servitude position along with the other nations. Because we were never created to be equal. So right now is your kingdom. This is your time to prosper, do whatever you want to do, live it up. Because when Christ comes back, the black Messiah, all that's coming to an end. So we are out here to teach our people who they are according to this Bible and to teach them repentance. Read that, Revelation 13 and 10.
Revelation 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So, who led us into captivity? Who put the black man in chains? Who did that?
England, a European country at the time.
Say it again?
European country at that time.
Right. The European Spaniards, right?
Yeah.
Read that.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So, Christ said, he that led us into captivity is going to go into captivity, right? Isaiah 14. Because these are the things that aren't being taught in the world. That's why there's so much confusion. Because your people have spread the doctrine of our... Matter of fact, Psalms 147 and verse 19 really quick. Psalms 147 and verse 19. Oh, this is when we were slaves in Rome also.
Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
So the Bible says that God showed his word unto Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of these 12 tribes. We come from Jacob, right? It was Jacob and Esau. You guys come from the line of Esau. It's the so-called nation of Edom. That's your biblical name, right? Because you guys are all the same people. Now you have different names. You got the Italians, you got the Russians, the Germans, right? But you guys are all the same people. Your forefather is Esau, right?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
You see that? God gave us his statutes and his judgments. So the things, the laws that he written and the punishments for them, we understand them. You guys don't. That's why you guys don't fear God. You have no fear whatsoever towards the Most High God. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
You see that? He have not dealt so with any nation. He didn't give you guys his law, statutes, and commandments. He didn't give the Chinese man his law, statutes, and commandments. He didn't give it to the Arab man. He gave them to the Israelites. Right.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
You see that? You guys don't know. These things begin to stir up in the earth.
The apocalypse.
What you guys so call the apocalypse, correct?
Yeah.
Right? We're going to find out what that's all about.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
So God's going to have mercy on Jacob, right?
And will yet choose Israel.
He's going to yet choose Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right?
And set them in their own land.
Because we going back home. Because this isn't our home. The people, the ones of our people who repent and keep God's commandments, we going back home. So that's why we out here to tell our people, repent, get your lives together. Because destruction is coming. You see the news. You see the things going on in the world. Today is your day to understand why these things are happening. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
You see that? The strangers, the other nations, are going to be joined with us. Because when destruction comes, they're going to know that the one true God was with us. Right. And they're going to try to cleave unto us. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So we're going to take the other nations and we're going to take them back to Jerusalem, back to our homeland. Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
So let me ask you a question. When you possess something, what does that mean?
It's mine.
It's yours, right? So we're going to possess the other nations. Read.
In the land of the Lord.
You see that? We're going to possess them in our homeland, where we are originally from. Read.
That's right.
For servants and handmaids.
You see that? Y'all are going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
There's no rulership for you guys after this.
Read out.
Because we have been a slave to every nation on this earth.
Right.
We've been a slave to the Chinese man. We've been a slave to the Arab man. Yes. Yes. We built the Great Wall of China.
Right. During the Ming and Tang dynasty.
Read.
And they shall take them captives. Whose captives they were.
Because we have been captives to every nation.
Right.
That's where we get all these different religions, these doctrines from. Islam. We were slaves under the Arab man. Christianity. We learned that from our oppressors. Because Christianity, the doctrine that it teaches, is nowhere found in this Bible. That's why when we come and bring the truth out of this Bible, our people get upset. Because of what your people have done to them.
That's right.
We were the same way. We were under the spell of the so-called white man. We thought you guys were God. Because you guys are ruling right now. Read.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
You see that? That's in the Bible. God says that we are going to rule over our oppressors. Every word in this book is true and it's going to come to pass.
That's right.
Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.